So I thought what I'd do today is, today is the day that I'm going to plant some extra leeks. I already directly sowed some into the bed underneath here, but I thought what I'll do is, if I can open this bag, I've got some giant winter leeks here as well, and they have been a really good cropper to me in the past. So I thought, there's a few left in this bag from previous years. I thought if I just put them on the top, just like so, get a bit of compost, lightly cover them, firm down in water, and that should be a nice little crop of leeks. Just leave this now outside or in the polytunnel to germinate, and yeah, they look after themselves until you need to prick them out. Prick them out when they're about a pencil thickness, perfect, and plant them out. So what I thought I'd do now is I've chopped up the single seed potato for Steve House's channel at Digwell Green Fingers. I managed to get 4 pieces with little chits on. So I've got some pots here. I'll place them all in. I've let them dry up a little bit on the outside as well so they don't rot. And I'll plant these in now, and hopefully in a week or two's time, when I see a bit of shoots on them, I'll plant them then into bigger buckets. But for now, let's get these in the soil and watered. Now, if you haven't already, now is probably a good time to sow some more spring onions. So I'm going to be doing Lillia. Now, if you haven't done Lillia, oh, they're such a beautiful, beautiful spring onion. They're like a nice pinky, reddy purple. And that's what I'm going to do in one module here. And I'm also going to do the classic white Lisbon in another tray. Let's get that done. So it's a new day, and it's still fairly warm outside. It's about 12 degrees outside, 26 inside. I've popped over and just to give it a good watering, but I've been shopping again. I'm a sucker for these module trays. I mean, this is another one from Containerwise. This is a 14 by 9, so 126 cell. And if you can have a look, you know, they're fairly decent. I think they're about 4 centimeters across, maybe 3 or 4. Yeah, about 4 centimeters across. They are pretty similar to these ones that I've got, the 4 by 7 tray. They're not as deep, however, these will be perfect for like lettuces and starting cabbages and things. This is a fairly big tray. It doesn't fit on the gravel trays that I've got. However, I'll have to think of something about that. But this is the perfect size. And the good thing about these is this one was about £20. I didn't pay for it brand new. I bought this one second hand on eBay. And the good thing about these is I've seen on Instagram on Rob's allotment that he's got these trays. And it's cheaper to buy one of these for £20. And you can cut these. You can cut these down if you want to have smaller trays. And you get, you know, a bigger bang for your buck. But I'm not going to cut it down. Well, that's not the plan unless I decide I want it to fit here. So I might take off 2 on here and have smaller trays, but we'll have a look. We'll see about that. I also bought another Dahlia. I'll pop it on the screen here. It's absolutely beautiful. I wanted this one anyway in the garden. So I seen it. I bought it from Suttons because I also bought 2 more raised beds, the metal ones I've got similar down on the Grapevine garden plot. I want 2 up here, 1 for carrots and 1 for some salads. And I just like that corrugated tin. I'll pop it on the screen now. I just like the quirkiness of it. It's very farmyard style, but yeah, it gives the height. And I don't know why, but slugs don't seem to like that waviness of the tin. Maybe that's just me, but I've never had no slug damage off those particular beds. But plus it's covered around in bark. They don't like the bumpiness of that when it's, you know, it's quite warm. But who knows? But for some reason, they stay off those beds. So I bought another 2. Yeah, so... I also bought a new tap system. So this will be used for the irrigation at the back of the plot. So I'm going to fit this up. It comes with 4 taps. And I'll show you all about that in a future video. So I'm really excited about that. This one was pretty, you know, it wasn't cheap. But I needed it with 4 on, and this one was the one that I needed with all the fitments, so it worked out perfect. I also bought a bird feeder as well for the plot by using the membership money. I never ever take a cut of that money. I never take a cut of any of the money. I spend it all back on this channel. So thank you so much to the members, and I'll pop you all across the screen, you know, and I really do I really do appreciate that you contribute towards the channel. So if you are thinking about doing it, there's a little join button down here. It's about £3 or £4 a month, but there's no obligation at all for it. But I bought a nice bird feeder out of the money this month, and it'll look lovely. I think it'll help with bringing some birds and nature back into the plot, and also then birds will then eat some of the grubs and the bugs that I don't want on the plot. That's the plan. Right, so let's go and get that bird feeder set up. I'll pop it, I don't know where it's going to go. It'll probably move around this plot about 4 or 5 times. We all know that's going to happen. Right, let's get that done. Do you know what? I actually really like this, and it really fits well here. This thing here this is why I bought it. It has like a dome at the bottom, which is perfect. It stops rats and squirrels, apparently so. They can't climb up because that dome is there protecting all the food. So I'm hoping, unless a squirrel climbs up this tree and swings over, I've seen them do these things. But for now, it'll stay here for now. We'll see how it goes on. Did I buy any food for any of this? No. But I'll go out and get them now, and then we'll fill it all up. But yeah, I really like it. I'm really pleased with it. It gives a nice dimension. So thank you so much to the members of my channel that, you know, contributed towards this. So thank you so much. So next week's video is all going to be down the grapevine. I promise. There's nothing going on. I've still got the grapevine garden. I've just been focusing so much on this because it was such a big project. But next video, all the grapevine garden. Let's get it up to scratch. Let's get it all sorted. But now I need to show you what I'm going to do. I've got a plan here. So I bought this nice tarpaulin. It is clear, it's thick, and I'm hoping, if I've got the dimensions right, I can fit it the full length of this polytunnel from one side to the other. If we do get some frost, then the plan is that this will act like a curtain of insulation. If I put the heaters inside there, then it's only heating this one side of the polytunnel up just overnight. But I'll also put it up even if I don't put it, you know, if the frost isn't going to be too bad. It just means that this side is getting a bit warmer. It doesn't need to heat up the whole polytunnel then. Let's have a look what it looks like. And if you haven't got one of these tarpaulins, it doesn't need to be clear, but I prefer these because it, you know, it lets the light in if I need to use it on the plot. These are fantastic. They're only about £8, but if you have a hole in the roof of your shed, or you need to cover over something quickly, these are perfect. They're always handy to have, you know, just in case. Look at that. Is perfect. It doesn't, you know, doesn't completely cover it, which is what I wanted. You know, I can, if I want, then pop up one of these like so. This now is a wall, and it will just keep that side a bit warmer in the nights. So it's it was the perfect size as well. I'm happy. So if you can see now, there is a good, you know, 8 inches up there to let air flow. And it goes to the bottom. You know, I don't need to weight this down or anything. It just means that this area now, the polytunnel, will have an extra bit of care given to it. I'm sweating here filming this. It's hit the sun now, so it's 36 degrees in here with my coat on. But maybe I'm worrying about this too much. I don't need this now, obviously it's 36 degrees, but overnight I might need that one day. Maybe not this year, because I think I'm going to sail through. I don't think we're going to have bad frost here, but it's there. I will store that away if I ever need to use it. So something I've seen on Nigel's channel at Muddy Boots, I'll pop a link to his channel, and it's an amazing channel. He's one of the first channels that I ever watched. So I can't blame it on him because Malcolm was the reason I started my channel, but Nigel was definitely one of the first people that I watched on YouTube and learned so much from him. So these are literally just little clips. You can reuse them over and over again, you know, for the potatoes, and you can wipe them off. I just use a little bit of hand sanitizer and I just take them off my normal label, so I'm sure they'll be the same here. So I've marked them all up as Charlotte, and then these will be brilliant. They just literally fold over each other, just like plant labels. They fold over, and then they loop, so you can loop them over handles, over buckets and things like that. They're just perfect for you to, you know, label those things up. Don't think, I'll remember. You won't remember. You definitely will not remember. So thank you, Nigel, for that little tip, and I'll pop these on the buckets now, because there's a few on there that I thought I haven't got any more labels, you know, pop-in labels or something, so I'll use these. I also want to give a little bit of an update from the hydroponic system that I got in place. So I've done nothing to it. I've literally left the light come on and off, and the salads, look at it, they look beautiful, they're perfect. Not a hole, not a slug bite in any of it. So I'm really pleased. Obviously in a week or so's time, hopefully there'll be more improvements again with it. But so far, so good. Also, the cabbages are showing new leaf growth here now. So they're looking okay. I really don't think those ones at the back will come to anything. Well, I actually know they won't, but I'm giving them a little chance because I don't need this area. But these two, I might get a little crop off those. The runner beans, they're starting to now, look, they're starting to show their shoots, and they're looking really, really well. So far, so good with those as well. Same as the lettuces, they're really, really bedding in well here now. So I'm really happy with them. And everything else, well, as you can see, pure healthy plants, really pleased with them. As you can see, the zinnias from Ali and Robin now, they're all popping up, they're looking well. One of my next jobs here will be to pot on some of the flowers as well, you know, all the cosmos and the zinnias, they'll all need their own individual pots. So I'm hoping that by then all the onions will be planted out, those trays can be reused then. So don't think you need to buy a massive amount of trays. I think I've got the perfect amount for my growing space, but don't think, oh, I need 10 of those for cabbages, 10 of those for lettuces, because use them all year. Do you know what I mean? Once something comes out, something goes in, and that's how it works. So I hope you've enjoyed this journey of the fig and olive plot. And last year, you know, you've seen the grapevine garden come from nothing to something, and I'm sure this will be the same. I mean, look how much improvement has happened already. But yeah, I'm so pleased with it. I'm really pleased. Obviously the next few weeks and then most of spring will be mainly the grapevine garden, I'm sure, because tomatoes will be up here in the chilies, the fruit garden and all the perennials, but down there that'll be my food factory, so I'm sure a lot of it will be down there. But I have neglected her, I know, with showing on the channel. I have been going down there obviously for the chickens and taking it over, but there's a bit of work got to be done on there. But the asparagus came as well, and I'm so pleased. I'll need to soak that overnight, then I need to plant them out soon as well, so maybe I'll do a little bit up here, but there's so much still to do. I'm Danny, and this is the Grapevine Garden.